Hello everyone, this is Drive.9. This is Xenogears Part 7. Last time we finally saved Marguerite from Ava. Now we're going to continue the adventure. Young Master, according to Margie, there's quite trouble making a Gabbler. Yeah, so who the heck is he? Kara Ramses of the Holy Solaris Empire's Special Foreign Affairs Agency. In other words, he's a commander-in-chief of Gabbler. It seems that Gabbler isn't just after the excavation sites around Ava after all. You mean they're not after the Jasper? If that's their only goal, they wouldn't need to send an important man like him. Master, this could become unexpectedly complicated. Doc hasn't come back yet, has he? Doc, no need to worry about him. He'll join us soon. We shall have to enter into Nissan through the secret road. Let's keep on looking for a lone tree in the desert as a sign of where the road is buried. Shall we launch the Yggdrasil? Oops. Also, what the? Where was I? Was I there before? Yeah, I already was there. Oops. Okay. Mars flare, okay, that's not it. Road to Nissan. That's where we have to go. Now I see why he came down to the surface. Alright, I understand you, but Carter and Rum says taking over the post of Ava is pretty annoying. The home country might have had some special reasons. Yeah, obviously. But perhaps there is still a chance of success. You and I who used to be called elements at the commander at training school Jujand are both here. Hope you're right. By the way, she is still, according to Faye, there was a female Ada on Car's side, and he said that she had indigo blue eyes and hair, so it must be her. So all the old Elements members are on the surface world now. I guess so. Hyuga, to be honest with you, she scares me. She supports Karen and is kind to anyone, I know that very well. But sometimes I felt that strange fear in her that bothers me more than Kara being in the land. That cannot be true, not in her. Yeah, I don't want to believe it either. But don't you remember how I could always sense these things quite accurately? Right. By the way, have you told the young one yet? No, not yet. I don't want him to worry until we know exactly what Solar's objectives really are. But I have to tell him eventually, Anyway, Hyuga, have you gotten any information? Not really. I left there before going into the center section. Oh, it's you, Bar. Don't scare me. Sorry, Dory. It sounds like Sig and your doctor know each other pretty darn well. Darn, I thought I knew everything about that guy. When did Doc get back? I'll complete the remaining checks on board. I'll leave the rest up to you, Mason. As you wish, I will have the honor of accompanying the others. Bartholomew, healthy as ever, I hope. Yeah, how's it done? As we got word several days ago that there might be an army advancing from the royal capital, the sex representatives have been in discussion. What have they come up with? For now, they just plan to improve the local defensive. Also, anti-shotgun people have been gathering here probably because they heard about what's going on. That's a reassuring. Yes. However, the residents are starting to feel uneasy. People are starting to take refuge up north in the mountains. Can't blame them. By the way, how's Marguerite? Better than we thought, but I know she was in a lot of grief. Marguerite, I'm so glad you're safe. Thanks. All the townspeople are overjoyed by the great mother's return. Okay, I cannot save, unfortunately. This son. Wow, it's been such a long time since I left here. Well, first of all, we should accompany Margaret up to meet the sisters. Huh? What is it, old Mason? Goodness gracious me. To think that little Miss Marguerite was finally able to return here. It is so awfully moving. Hey, please us together, old man. Forgive me, how terribly embarrassing. I couldn't help it. I shall go back and give some instruction to the man left on the ship. Please, young master, go ahead and escort Miss Marguerite up to see the sister. Excuse me now? Very sorry, but we're all full, and so Polyletta, please accept this. Facial herb tea. And just wait a little bit. Oh well. Here we go, safe one. Hello, Grandma. Hey, aren't you the young master? Hey, you. Huh? It's Bartholomew. Are you doing well? Good enough. Don't try to overdo it. Hey, are those your friends back there? Yeah, Van sight them. Friends of the young master are friends of ours. Take your time and look around. Thanks. Looking for see items. Thank you very much. Accessories, let's see what we can find now. I forgot something. Studio. Painting studio, huh? There's nothing here. Okay, but at least we saw where Marge was. These are the people who took care of me when I was small. Oh, Bart, I'm glad you're well. People at the hidden port contacted us just before you came into town. I already contacted the monastery. Please take Margie up there as soon as possible. She'll be so happy, not to mention the sisters. I must hurry and see the sisters. What cathedral? Margie. Margie. I'm back, everyone. Oh, Margie, we're so glad you're safe. Yes, it is all thanks to Barton and his men. We just received word, so we were singing a hymn of praise and joy. We're so happy. Oh, what a relief. Sister Agnes, welcome back, Margie. We had faith that you and your cousin Bart would one day return safely. Me and your other friends have been waiting for you. Sister Agnes. Unfortunately, your mother and the blessed royal mother. I know, Sister Agnes. I heard about it at the royal capital. But at least I have made it back. I'll never go anywhere or leave you from now on. I won't make you all worry anymore, ever again. Bless you, my dear. Mr. Agnes, this just isn't like you at all. Here I am back safe and sound. Can't you rebuke me just for love for old time's sake? I'm sorry, but I'm just so happy that I cannot help but... Sister... There is no reason to be so solemnly quiet. Well, everyone, to celebrate the return of our dear Sister Margie and to express our joy to heaven, let us finish singing our hymn. Thank you and bless you all. Oh yes, sister. May I go upstairs? It's been so long, so I want to have a look around up there too. Oh, of course. Of course, dear. Don't even think of holding back from anything, except for one thing. Never stay away so long like that again. Ha ha, I know you say that. Now that's the Agnes I know. Morgan, I'm so glad. It's been a while since the last time I was here. Something wrong, Margie? Nothing. Just... I guess I got a little emotional. Anyhow, take it easy for a while, okay? You put up with enough, okay? If you are trying to make me cry, you will fail. Oh yes, I shall fain stand around our cathedral. Follow me. What a strong girl she is. It is obvious that she really wants to just break down and cry. Yeah, you're right. That's just the way she has always been. For all her talk, she understands her position well. Maybe there are a few things I could learn from her too. Hey, where is she? Oh, there she is. We go up to the gallery on the second floor from here. How magnificent. If we ever got scolded for pranks as kids, Bart and I used to hide here. Hey, stop telling those old stories. It's embarrassing. But to me, Bart hasn't changed much since then. What? You mean that you think I'm still a kid? I like the view from here the best. Yes, this is breathtaking. Light from outside shining through the stained glass of the cathedral's front. What a brilliant piece of artistry this is. Did you notice that the two great angels only have one wing each? According to a legend handed down in Nissan, God could have created humans perfectly, but then humans would not have helped each other. So that is what these great single-winged angels symbolizes. In order to fly, they are dependent on one another. So that is the reason for it. I see. On further inspection, the left angel looks somewhat masculine, while the right one looks somewhat feminine. Now that is an unusual feature, is it not? Usually these depictions are not gender specific, but these angels are clearly distinguishable as having opposing genders. And the space between them is a path from where God adventure. Or could it be the path leading to God? Well, I do not know. It could be either or even both. Now I see. This all coincides with the teachings of Nissan. Ha ha ha! Why Dr. Silent Uzuki? You're an amusing fellow. Oh, excuse me. It is a habit of mine. The dog knows a lot about a lot of things. Sometimes I can't even understand what he's talking about. Ha! Forcing them to fly together. It would be less bothersome if they could fly on their own, don't you think, Faye? Bard, you miss the deeper meaning and beauty of it. Someday I wish I could be of help to someone like that. Oh, we haven't visited the room of Sophia yet, do we? You're really supposed to go through some procedures before you can see it. But this time I think it will be alright if I make a special exception. Sophia? Yes, Sophia. She is revered as the founding mother of the Nissan nation. The founder of the Nissan religion who set forth his teaching. There's a special room upstairs that has a portrait of Mother Sophia in it. I would definitely like to view that. Faye, let us go have a look at it. His father on him. Oh, I suppose. Oh my, what an exquisite portrait. And the beautiful young lady portrayed is quite beyond comparison too. What is more, this looks rather familiar. What do you think, Faye? Yes, I was just thinking the same thing. The hair is a different color, but the atmosphere or personality about her is exactly the same. What? Hair color? What do you mean? What do I mean? Look, it's a girl I met in the forest. It's Ellie. I mean, there's something about her that's just like Ellie. You don't think so? Yes, now that you mention it, she does resemble Ellie. But that is not what I was talking about. I mean that the brush technique that needs and the overall style used in this picture is similar to yours. Really? Does it? First of all, I'm nowhere near as good an artist. No, it is very similar to your style. But somehow I can sense an attitude or sadness in this picture. He's smiling, but in a way it gives the impression that she is anxious. Perhaps the picture is reflecting her inner self. Or perhaps it is the inner feelings of the artist being conveyed. Ah, if you look closely, you will notice that the thing is not completely finished. The artist put his brushes down when it was never near completion. Why is that? I don't know. My grandmother might have known about it. Oh, what if we ask Agnes? She may know something. Alright then, I'll be with Sister Agnes. Well, shall we head back to the town for now? Yes, this painting has caught my curiosity. You mind if I speak to Sister Agnes before we head back to town? Yeah, okay, we'll stop by her room on the way out. Black on. Was it faded? Is something wrong, Faye? It looked like you are daydreaming. No, it's nothing. So, did Faye, who was the one that painted that? I want to see with my own eyes about this country. The bridge should be starting near the border of the Sex country bridge charged by the Royal Capital's army, but a miscalculated move directed on the enemy is certain to backfire on us. So we'll be taking covered action for a while. I'm on my way there now, but I thought I offered it for a prayer before I go. As a matter of fact, the guy next to me and I were born here. Years ago, we both got tired of the peaceful but boring life here, so we ran away from home. But we both ended up enlisting in the army. It's not that we have any particularly happy memories or whatever here. It's just that, after all, this is the land of our birth, so, well, you know. Ah, young master. The people in this town were most generous to allow us to rent this house, so there will be no need to seek a lodgings at the inn for a while. Also, unless Sigurd wishes to work with you regarding your next move, if we may. Alright, so where's Sig? The good Master Sigurd is waiting for you inside. Okay, thanks, Mason. I should save first, I don't want to risk it. It's been a while, so I cannot lose my save. Oh, I've never been here. There's... Whenever I come here, it always calms my heart. Anyway, young master, I want to work out what our plans from here on are. Alright, but before we do that, there is something I want to ask you. Me? Yeah. Sig, what's up with you and that Gebler officer? What's the connection between you and him? You know, you sure know a lot about Gebler for some reason. Alright, I'll tell you. Me and Sidon here, we used to live in Solaris. Solaris? You mean where Gebler's from? Yes, that's right. Solaris calls foreigners lambs. They are used as manual labor. Basically, it's slavery. Slavery? Is that where you met him? Yes, it was there. We worked for the Solaris government for a short while, but we learned to dislike their methods and escaped the first chance we had. You were friends with these people? I met you when I was a kid and we've been together ever since. So, So this would have had to happen even before then. I probably wouldn't have understood this if I had heard it earlier, but why do you think I could deal with it now? Surely you could have told me about this, especially when you had something to do with the people who are backing at Shock an idiot. I wish you told me sooner. There's nothing I can do about that now. But there's one thing I want you to believe. We left Solars on our own will and for our own reason. Now they appear before us. We can't just sit back and do nothing. If need be, I will give my life to stop them. Alright, I understand, but can you elaborate a little more? Where is Solaris? Where is Solaris? What bugs me is a surface dweller's thing. It's as if Solaris is in another location, like up in the clouds or something. Yes, well, Esranag, the capital of the Solaris Empire, is located in the skies above. Solaris separate from the land by dimensional distortion fields known as gates. Passing between the two require a special means of transportation, such as an airship. To get to Ave, we show the way on a regular flight to the surface. I came such later than Sigurd did, but I also escaped in the same way. What are lamps? That is the word Solarians used to indicate those who live on the earth. As I said before, such service dwellers or earth dwellers are used for manual labor here and there. Manual labor could be anything from soil to administrative job. Solaris gathers its workforce from the land dwellers' jobs are divided up by who is most suitable. Sometimes people are brainwashed. Brainwashed? When you, young master, were still an infant, I was used as a test subject. There was probably something they valued inside of me. You too, Doc? No. I was born in the lower city level. It is not a complete secret. But I guess I am a Solarian. You see, you still need people to run a country. No matter how scientifically advanced you are, you have no support without people. Your Solarians are rare. They would not even make up a quarter of Ava's total population, so that they support their country by stealing surface dwellers. Who is that man? His name is Karen Ramses. As you know, he is the Gebler commander. Ramses. We call him Kar. In Solaris there is an officer training school called Jugend. He became the commander after leaving there. He's a lower level citizen, the same as me. However, with his amazing abilities, after graduating he rose through the ranks with... Oh dear. That man had one deal. To achieve a consolidation of all his colleagues, even land dwellers, if they had talent, were brought into the army. So you two were picked by Ramses. No, we were not picked by him. We aligned ourselves with him. At that time, we agreed with him. At the same time, Ramses was our hope. We had high ideals and wanted to change the system in Solaris. To us, test subject and lower level citizen, he was truly all that we wished for. A benefactor? Yes. Even I, a test subject, was changed by his ideals. Why did you leave? So why was it that you wanted to flee from Solaris? We were placed in key military position by Ramses, and thanks to that we came to know the relationship between Solaris and the surface dwellers. The lamps, right? They weren't just using us land for slave labor. They also selected some of us, like me, to be used as subjects in experiments to refine their drugs. Drugs that change people's personalities to make them more aggressive and to draw out their related abilities. They were using us as human guinea pigs to test their psychological alteration drug. Human guinea pigs experimenting on humans? Yes, for example, drive. That drug and all others like it that are used now are by production products of human experimentation. However, the role of such experimental subjects was not limited to just that. This drive drug is something that anyone in Solaris army can use. At least anyone in the Gala force was sent to the surface. You heard a word about her, huh? I saw some in her room. No. Anyway, using Slay as guinea pig, who are these guys? Darn. Ask again. I understand. I think I get most of it. Old Mason, go reserve the town hall for us. We'll finish talking there. I'm going outside to get some air. Let's go save again now. Okay. I'm sure the young master would never have dreamed such a tale. I guess you already knew? Well, now that you ask, yes I did. However, when Sigurd was telling his story, I thought it was best to stay quiet. He was trying to help the young master come to terms with all that. It's just hurt. I should have been honest with him sooner. It is best not to worry about it. You did all you could at the time. The young one will understand. There he is. I had no idea Sig had such a past. Are you still suspicious of Sigurd? Well, I mean, it was just so sudden. I kind of expected to hear something different, like that we were childhood rivals or something. But that's nothing important compared to the story we just told us, is it? So hearing this story has you confused because it was not so simple. There was a time when he was cooperating with one of Gebler's generals. Furthermore, Von Gebler was a country that you had never even heard of. Hey, what are you picking on me for? No, I'm not picking on you or blaming anything on you. What I'm saying is this. If you think about how he feels, then you shouldn't see why he could not talk about this with you until now. Looking at the activities of Solaris towards other countries up until now, it has never gone beyond simply maintaining their own empire's self-preservation. And as you have seen, their military power has been meant. So Sigurd was probably thinking ahead. First, he was probably concentrating on taking care of the problems here on the continent of Ignis. Once things were settled here, it would give him a stronger foundation to deal with Solaris later. Just a much better plan than to rush straight into war. We knew we could not win. Quite logical, really. Sounds like you understand one another pretty well. Well, it's not like we are newly acquainted, is it? And we have talked about a lot of things up until we decided to escape from Solaris. Thinking of that, why do you leave? And Ramses guy was supposed to be the star of hope or something, wasn't he? Yes, I certainly thought so at first, but then I realized that his way of thinking really was not that much of change from the previous system. Basically, the only difference was whether they stressed people's rank and class or their skill. Their words had changed, but it was still no different from what Solaris itself had been doing until then. He had no intentions of bringing everyone a better way of life. In other words, he's an elitist. I don't think I like him much either. So Saitan, do you think I can beat Gabler? Why? Are you planning on fighting them? As long as they're working with Shotgun, there's no way around it. The way things are going, I'm sure we'll have to fight them sooner or later. I suppose so, but even if we were to defeat the Gabler forces here, there's still Solaris to deal with. If we are not careful, it is possible that we may get involved in a longer war than that with Shotgun. Do you not agree that continuing the way we have been going is rather hard on everyone? I think it is time we try to get help from a greater number of people. So defeating Shotgun's not going to get rid of the likes of Gabler? I know what you're trying to say. The vanquished Gabler first gained a throne, right? You could put it that way. What do you mean? You could put it that way? But then again, maybe this time I did something about that. Let's see. Now where am I meant to go? Come on back here. I'll check the shop again. Nope. I think I'll go to the cathedral now. Okay. I'm gonna take a short break now, so I'll be back soon. Alright, I'm back. I know where to go now. No, it's not here. That's where I'm supposed to be. I went to the tool shop to borrow a table. The owner said if we need anything for the young man, so just ask for it. I'm grateful. When I was a kid, I borrowed stuff from there and got in big trouble. Borrowed? What do you take? A toy boat. I think that's what it was. I put fireworks in it and I let it float on the cathedral's lake. I always used to play with Navy. I'm not sure, but I think I pretended the lake was the open sea, and I was a fleet commander. Anyway, forget those old stories. We should get started. First, Gebler is the big problem. Yes, Ramses is headed towards achieving his goals, but he is now the commander of Gebler. Is proof of that. A normal man could not progress so quickly through that country's organization, and now he is presently located here in Ignis. Frankly, the situation is not very favorable. We need to somehow find a weak spot and attack it with all our might. First, let's just concentrate on Shakan. Once he's out of the way and Ave is safe again, we can think about how to deal with Gebler. With our present strength, we should be able to hold off the Royal Guard forces. The problem is how to deal with the Gebler. In the meantime, they will most likely move at Shakan's request. They're not just gonna sit there and by and watch quietly. May I have a look there, please? And sure, we want Gebler to lead for a while, at least until we are able to take back the royal capital, Ledowick. These are the Gebler units currently in Ave. The Western Guards. The Royal Capital Defense Force. And units along the front line at the border with Kislev. There are three main groups. Each is made up of a mix of Gebler and Ave forces. Only two of these are very large. The Royal Capital's defense units and the Kislev border units. The Western Guard along the border are little more than a surveillance team. In order to recapture the Royal Capital, it'll be necessary to draw these defense units away from Ledowick. We have some custom-made gears, correct? Yeah, we kept some earlier. What if we use those gears to make a raid on the Western Guards? Here at the border with Nissan? I see, we'll draw them by making it look like Kislev is invading Ave. But the problem is, will attacking the border guards be enough to set the center of it in motion? Be sure then, the sun will just have to appear to align with Kislev. If they see it that way, they will certainly make a move. You're saying that you intend to use Nissan as bait? Doc. Shokin is very sensitive to Nissan's and Kison's action. If Nissan starts moving, he will probably lead that but up together, but... Of course, I do not wish to do that from the beginning. But looking at the situation, we have to be willing to go that far. First, we infiltrated into the capital to take out Shokan. We'll have to meet up with our agents already in the city. We are forgetting one thing. The front line units along Kislevo's border. The mainstream of Ava's fleet is the battleship Kifenzo. It's been in service since the reign of the last king. Because of its firepower, the whole unit is nicknamed the Invincible Fleet. I recall yesterday's intelligence report said that the ship is near the border. Darn, that puts everything in jeopardy. Do not feel so down. I simply want you to see the current distribution of force in the area. Even in the for worst case that they do come, it will not be such a great problem. What do you mean? I have some additional information about the Ava's border fleet. The former Ava's Supreme Commander was transferred there. Not really transferred, more like demoted. His name is Vanderkam. Vanderkam? You don't mean the Vanderkam levels in Jugend? The very same? Young one has not been able to adapt to the change in tactics, particularly following the introduction of gears. He's a man who will never stray from his dependence on large naval guns. You mean he is stubborn? He is all size and no real military power. An excellent target for pirates. Master, this is not going to be an act of piracy. Just kidding. Actually, the number of gears assigned to the fleet seems to have been reduced. Even with that, how gallant of him to be self-righteous. You see that there's much of a musclehead? I'll be found taunting him. Young master. I know. Anyway, son, do you think that he can strike our gear forces? It's not a problem. Even with Vanderkam, we will have enough forces left to pull off the thing. However, it would not be wise to underestimate our opponents. Well, now that we know that we are up against, here's what I will do. Apart from our main unit heading for Bledawake, we must keep the fleet at the Kislev border from returning to the capital. So you're suggesting we have another unit? A few effective soldiers to hold the enemy at bay. A small force is best. A small force? What if Faye leads a group of gears there? Me? Hold on now. There's no reason to involve you all in this. I'll do it. Yes, let me do it. When do we leave? Are you sure? You have to come. You count as fun. Hey, we're friends. To the end now. Speed is everything. We should do this as soon as possible. Alright, tomorrow. I'm truly grateful, Faye. Saitan. There's no way we can lose. No one will die in vain. Well put, young master. Wait, what? Oh, good. The game didn't crash. Good. I was worried it did. Good morning. What's with the long face? Not feeling well? Or are you feeling sad about saying goodbye? Or maybe you're just nervous? Stupid, don't bug me. Well, it's almost time. Yeah, yeah. Is everyone ready to go? I'll be waiting here, so let me know when you're true preparing. You ready? Alright. Our commerce in Nissan will hit the Western Garden and kiss up uniforms as planned. We'll wait for the right moment, then head for the palace in Yggdrasil. Got it. But avoid any unnecessary deaths. This especially goes for the Avid troops and also the people from Gebler. Yes, we understand. I guess I'm going to raise some heck in my well told them. We're counting on you. Sorry, I do not say any curse words in this. Next time we meet, I won't be able to call you Bard or a young master. Maybe your majesty? Cut it out, Bard's fine. Great. Father of the son. Hey, you know I hate that title. Well, we're out of here. Okay, good luck. Marguerite of Bartholomew, seeing you two bring my hopes up. Long ago, before the Fatimas of Avid were called Fatima, the royal brothers and their wives oversaw many prosperous reigns or eras. I'm looking forward to the day when, as the great mother of the Nissan sect, you will take your place on the throne as Bartholomew's wife. Wait, what? What? Hey, hold on, I ain't talking about queens or royal man. Bart and I are best friends? Marriage is the best friendship. Well, Marguerite, at the rate that you are becoming to a beautiful woman, I don't think Bart will be able to ignore you much longer. Stop it, you're embarrassing me. Yeah, it says Bart and Margie are cousins. Yeah, they're all cousins actually, if I remember. Yeah, in Japan, you're allowed to marry your cousins. Okay. Matria. Each squad of gears take off in order from here to avoid being picked up. We'll meet at the Rockies by the border tomorrow at 12. Got it? Okay. The time has finally come. I'm pumped. Through the wall. So that the warship is outdated. You are only going in as a small unit. It's going to be a tough fight, but you should change Ava's future. I'm counting on you. Leave it to us, young master. We'll drag Vanderkamp's tail around and around. Maitreya, right? Don't call me son, cause you sure ain't my pops. Well, young master, we promised to make something out of this battle. Faye, it's an odd for me to say this since I'm the one who got you involved. But be careful, okay? You too. If anything happens to me, take care of Margie and them for me. Don't jinx yourself. It's not like you. But I'll take care of them. Don't worry. Alright, the well-taught. Maybe I should have saved before, so the game doesn't crash now. Yeah, I should save now. Oh, aren't you going to rest up below? Good. Finally. Long last, we are heading to Billet with tomorrow. Tough he is, the prince, our young master doesn't know the royal capital. Well, I always felt that it was an awful pity, but despite that, I tried my best to raise him as crown prince. However, looking back, I might have put too much of the burden of kingship on him too early in life, and I might have been too much for a child with a future like him to handle. I must be the most terrible miner ever. My dear Lord Mason, I hardly think that is right. The young one would have taken the burden off of himself had he not wanted to bear it any longer. He is a fine man now, capable of handling any such burdens of pressure, and I believe you are the very ones who have given him the strength to do so. Oh my good Dr. Uzuki. I mean, nothing. Supposed to rest. May not be so handsome. And the young master becomes the king of Eva. I wonder if I'll be able to see her. This is where we rest. You want to rest too? Yes! So long, messy, so bear with it. At least I say it, obviously. See ya! My name is Bingo, the appearance of Hell. Elsman, Sigurd has been teaching me how to operate the Yggdrasil. You want to see my nose? Yeah, let me see them. The Yggdrasil can be operated just if you are walking. Just use the directional button to move in the direction you want. While cruising, if you want to stop and disembarking your gear, then just press the square button. To stop and back to the bridge that is here, press the square button. So on the bridge, you can go into the rest of the vessel to rest, tune up a gear, put yourself and so on. While cruising, press the select button. While cruising, press the select button to activate the remote setting. It says that it will map your current position. When you don't know how to get to where you want to go, ask the navigation officer, Mr. LA, who's looking in the binoculars here. They'll be able to show you the ship's charts. Can't wait until I become a fully fledged health. You want to see the ship's chart? Please. Long as we are heading to bed by tomorrow. Wait, what? I decided to rest for now. I did rest. Okay, I guess I won't be able to do anything now. So, yes. Yes, I'm just gonna save again and I'll end part 7. So we'll continue our adventure next time. Okay? Okay, let's go save again. Alright. Saves. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Dragon Puncher 9 out.